And welcome back to my Mass Effect 3 Let's Play. Okay, so we're getting there on the old military strength. But first, let's see if there's anyone... Nope, no one to call here. Fantastic, that's one less person I've got to deal with. Let's start with you.
Commander.
You said one of your ships had gone missing?
Crashed, actually. I couldn't speak in front of the Krogan. Our ship went down on Tuchanka. Now they're pinned by an advanced guard of Reapers scouting the planet.
What are your men doing there?
I'm sorry. That's classified. But it's vital they be rescued. They must complete their original mission. It's a matter of galactic peace.
I'll do what I can.
I appreciate your help and understanding.
After the genophage. There we go.
Your men that crashed on Tuchanka. How many are there?
A platoon.
You said their mission was a matter of galactic peace. Why?
I'm sorry, Commander. As I said, it's highly classified.
Look, if you want me to put my ass on the line, I need answers.
I can't tell you. Please understand. The commander is Lieutenant Tarquin Victus. He'll be your contact.
Victus?
My son. I needed someone I could trust completely.
And what happens after the cure?
The Solarian Dalatras was worried about what the Krogan will do once they're cured. How do you feel?
It won't matter if we don't stop the Reapers, but I understand her doubts. The moon you found me on? That's where we made our last stand against the Krogan during the rebellions. They were that relentless.
Last stand?
How did it turn out?
The Krogan started using asteroids as weapons, directing them against our colonies. We had no choice. The genophage was our last resort. So yes, Krogan intentions after this war will be a serious concern, but I'd rather have a grateful ally than a resentful enemy.
That's nothing more.
That's all.
Of course, Commander.
Okay, so... Rex. Haven't seen you since 2.
Hell of a show down there on Surkesh. Just like the old days, Shepard. Right down to me pulling your ass out of the fire.
I was the one with bullets flying at me.
And I gave you the moral support to dodge them.
Uh-huh. You said one of your squads is missing?
They were scouting out the Rachni relay. We've heard rumors of trouble in the area.
Rachni?
Thought that might get your attention. I have a favor to ask. It's big.
Don't tell me they're back.
All I know for sure is our scouts went silent as soon as they arrived. I've got Aralac Company, my best unit, on standby. You give the word, and I'll meet you there.
I'll see what I can do.
Get on it, Shepard.
After the cure.
What will you do after the genophage is cured?
Once we deal with the Reapers, most Krogan will want to settle a score with the Turians and Solarians. I won't let them. That isn't our path forward. This time will be different.
Glad to hear it.
A lot of people will be relieved to hear that. No one wants to repeat history.
They know we'd probably win this time. But war has never brought us anything except misery. It's time to focus on rebuilding.
Tuchanka.
What's the situation back on Tuchanka?
I'm still getting scattered reports of Reaper forces arriving. Something big is brewing. I won't let those things take Tuchanka. Not when we're about to cure the genophage. My people have had enough bad luck in our time.
How about your thoughts on the female Krogan?
Back on Surkesh, it looked like the female Krogan could hold her own.
Our females don't lack for spirit. For males, a good show of force sorts things out. But females like to talk about it. Then think about it. Then talk about it some more.
Women have good ideas, Rex. You should listen.
Yeah, but they have so many of them. So sometimes I pretend to listen and... Well, let's just say Krogan females have tempers too.
And the Rachni.
How could there be trouble with the Rachni? They were all but extinct. The last queen promised to disappear forever or be destroyed.
I know, I was there. I've got a bad feeling about this. It may not be Rachni, maybe it is. Could be another invasion. If they're crawling out from under some rock, you know how bad it could get. We need to stop them.
That's all.
That's it for now, Rex. Let's get back to work.
Anytime. And Shepard, I like what you've done with the Normandy. Got tired of always hanging around the cargo bay before. I still don't have a window like Liara does, but it's progress. Wish I could knock some heads around with you, but duty calls. If the Solarian says my DNA's important, who am I to argue?
More journal updates.
You think the Solarians would have a base on their homeworld secured better?
Nah, they were solid. Cerberus has Reaper tech. Compared to those upgrades, the Solarians might as well have been throwing rocks.
Awesome.
Commander, we've got new reports of Cerberus activity on Tuchanka. I've marked it on the galaxy map.
Okay, let's use the terminal. ANN alert, new article on indoctrination from Alliance Network News Information Partners. Thesia, a Sari scientist, Rana Theopolis, has died in custody, allegedly committing suicide after she was arrested for the murder of multiple Asari military officials. Prior to her death, investigators said Theanopolis, I'm giving up with that, spoke of voices in her head which they believed to be indicative of her indoctrination. The voices foretold the ascension of the Asari and told that anyone fought for the Reapers needed to die. She worked on a top-secret project for former Spectre Saren Otara several years ago, where she likely became indoctrinated. She received a pardon from the Asari government in exchange for providing research to assist on Reaper technology. She was believed responsible for planting a makeshift explosive device detonating at the research centre, killing 5 visiting Asari officials along with 4 civilians. The attack seriously wounded a dozen or more, significant damage to facilities. From Major Kerry, Commander, it was a pleasure seeing you again. If the circumstances were less ideal, it seems fate has decided our meetings coincide with galactic threats, so be it. To that end, I want to reiterate that the STG will be there to help when the need arises, regardless of political climate. You were there for us in our Iron Age. We look forward to returning the favour for you. It's been a while, glad to hear you made it off Earth and that Liara's with you. Getting off our old ship was the best thing we could have done. Can't tell you how sick I was of that cabin and of tripping over that drone. I don't even know if I kept finding me on the ship that big, even after I turned off its tracking. I dug up some interesting information for you. Talk to the glyph of research data. Hope it helps. Okay. Have we had a chat with you in a while?
Commander, nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
You'll be okay.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
Awesome. That's always good to know. So, time to check in with pilot and ship. Even though it's an android. Anyhow.
Krogan and the Turians really should get behind the Alliance. They've got so much in common, like shooting things and not wanting to die. Now that's about it. Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back. There's a whole lot of crap out there needs a bullet between the eyes. Plus, we might need something calibrated.
Let's see if Edie's got anything new.
It is good you came by. I have questions about the genophage.
You and everyone else.
What do you need, Edie?
A Krogan female of breeding age can produce clutches of up to 1,000 fertilized eggs over the course of a year. There are over 1 billion females on Tuchanka. If even 1% become fully fertile, they can birth 10 billion infants.
On Earth, bugs have a lot of young too. Most of them die.
The attrition rate would naturally be high, but the state has an interest in keeping the children alive for warfare purposes.
Any other cheerful thoughts?
Logistics. Even were they to side with us, transporting the Krogan to the battlefields of Palaven could prove difficult. They have been demilitarized. That is, they have no warships.
What do you suggest?
They will need Turian or civilian starships to carry them to battle. With your permission, I will make the necessary calls to have these ships in place for when you deliver the Krogan.
Do it. Anything else?
Food. They will be unable to eat anything on Palaven. They must bring their own or rely on the nutrients in their humps.
This keeps getting better and better.
The Krogan will also require sedatives, since Krogan fight with others of their kind in enclosed spaces such as starships.
Make it happen. Are there any last things you're worried about?
Nothing that demands your attention, Shepard.
Okay, so I was actually expecting a lot more conversation than that. I actually quite like the fact that that was short and sweet. So, which way to go? Down, probably. Wall of Doom. Anything in here? Yeah, I don't think so. Nope, nothing yet. Is there anything in here? No. Okay. Head back out. And nothing of interest here. Well, that just seems so useful. Okay, let's deal with the new conversations.
Aware Krogan females find scars attractive. Garrus loyal, reasonably intelligent, bit aggressive, almost like Krogan.
For the third time, Doctor, I'm not interested.
Ah, Shepard. We were just...
Are you okay?
I'm fine, Rex. You can relax.
Can't be too careful, or put any faith in Solarian doctors.
This one is different.
Is he? What's that?
Simple blood test.
What kind?
Kind that ends the genophage. Shepard, please. Distraction's counterproductive. Also affecting comfort of patient.
Let's try and get things moving along.
He was your inside source, Rex. You can trust him.
Solarians have minds like a maze. You never know when they're leading you into a trap.
Trapped. Eve's release my doing. Would never have known about her if not for me.
That was then. But she's out now. And if she gets hurt, I'll feel it.
Understand. But my patient, my responsibility. Her welfare a priority. Will not allow her to be compromised by anyone.
You got a quad, Doctor. Keep her safe. Our females have endured enough.
Don't forget, still need your tissue sample.
I'll be back.
Common phobia. Fear of needles.
Or Solarian doctors.
Now have work to do. Prefer females of the species.
Okay.
With an inhibitor. No. Entire catalyzing process would fail. Severe neurological damage. Never mind. Shepard, blood work complete. Indicates significant stress on Eve's system. Malin's data thorough. Fortunately detailed as well. Have used notes to improve her condition.
Let's ask about the immunity.
Have you determined why she's immune?
Genophage targeted hormone production during pregnancy. Modification project used same modality. Her immunity, totally different. Targeted glands now obsolete, like human appendix. Other glands mutated to produce proper hormones, enable viable birth. Also explains her weakness. Gland substitution imperfect. Health trouble.
Can you use it?
You think you can make this work for all Krogan?
Yes. We'll use Eve's tissue to produce mutagen, alter gland function across entire species. Must improve mutagen as well, tune hormone production, long-term illness for all Krogan otherwise.
His feelings about the data.
So, we did the right thing by saving the data?
Indeed. Would be much harder to treat Eve without it. Maybe impossible.
And all those experiments we saw back on Tuchanka?
Monstrous, repulsive, but now with purpose. Victims didn't die for nothing.
You okay with that?
So, the end justifies the means?
Not my means.
But you're using the data, encouraging more experiments like Malin's.
Encouragement irrelevant. Will always be scientists willing to perform unethical tests. Can't change that. But can help Eve. Can cure genophage. Won't ignore data vital to her survival because of unethical origins.
Eve.
How is she doing?
No fever currently. Heart rate elevated. Likely stress. Eating appropriately. Could use another blanket. Something soft. Prefer to let her recover fully before synthesizing cure. My medical recommendation.
My people don't have time for that.
Her opinion, somewhat different.
You're her friend?
You care about her.
My patient. My responsibility. Found her at STG base. 3 doctors injured trying to restrain her. Undid arm restraints. Didn't resist when she grabbed me. Promised to help her. She said, please.
And the last topic.
You've always defended your genophage work. What changed your mind?
Never change mind. Genophage proper decision at time. New circumstances necessitate course correction.
Those circumstances being?
Reaper invasion. Turians doomed without Krogan support. Krogan need unified threat. Outlet for aggression. Cooperative symbiosis.
That's it.
Nothing else? No personal stake here?
Getting old, Shepard. Not many years left. But still best candidate for project. Few Solarian scientists interested in genophage. None with my expertise. Had to be me.
Someone else might have gotten it wrong?
Possibly. Stakes too high for inexperience. But not about them. My work. My job to put it right. To prove I can.
Okay, that wraps that up.
Nice talking with you, Warden.
Thank you, Shepard. Glad to be back.
You planning to stick around when this is over?
Until Reaper's dealt with, at least. Then, not sure. Have made impact on Galaxy. Genophage modification, genophage cure, work against collectors, decisions, mistakes. Might go somewhere sunny, sit on beach, look at ocean, collect seashells.
You'd go crazy inside an hour.
Might run tests on the seashells.
Okay, let's have a word with Eve.
Thank you for saving my life, Commander. I didn't think the Krogan had any allies left in the galaxy.
We owe a lot to you, even if most people have forgotten that.
They can be forgiven. Our actions have hardly inspired friendship.
Part of being friends is knowing each other's name. I feel bad that I don't know yours.
I surrendered it the day I became a shaman of the female clan. I belong to my sisters now. But perhaps one day, when this is over, you can know it.
Female shaman?
I didn't realize the Krogan had female shamans.
Wisdom comes from pain, and the genophage has made us very wise. Rather than surrender to despair, a few of us chose to preserve the ancient ways. We safeguard our culture, our knowledge, our secrets. So when our children live again, the Krogan will flourish.
How did you become one?
How were you initiated?
You're locked in a cave for 7 days with just enough food to last. On the 8th, you'll starve.
What does that prove?
Your resolve. Every acolyte is given a chance. You either claw your way out through the rock with your bare hands, or you die.
Rex.
What do you think of Rex?
When he's not trying to sire half of Tuchanka, he's the best thing that's happened to the Krogan. But I won't tell him that. His head's big enough already. Literally.
He's turned into a strong leader.
I know in his heart Rex wants what's best for us, though not all the other clans see it that way.
Other clans?
Why would the other clans give Rex trouble? You'd think they'd want a better future.
It's not in the nature of our males to cooperate. They've evolved to be selfish. Their only concern is survival. Rex is different. He's a mutant. And that you can tell him.
The Genophage.
If you don't mind me asking, what's it been like living with the Genophage?
I knew sisters who couldn't bear the shame of being infertile. They would wander off into the wastelands, hoping a thresher maw would kill them and end their torment.
Did the thought ever cross your mind?
Yes. After my first stillborn.
What stopped you?
What kept you from ending your own life?
When my child didn't draw breath, that's when my life truly began. The Genophage forces us to live on hope alone. There is nothing else. There is no reason to exist other than the hope that the next day will bring change. And if it doesn't, there is always the next.
Malon's experiments.
How did you get involved in Malin's experiments?
The other females and I volunteered. We heard Malon was trying to cure the Genophage for Clan Werelock.
Aren't they a rival clan?
Rivalries are the invention of the males. Under their rule, Tuchanka has laid in ruins for over 1,000 years. It's time females took back our place in society and resurrected our future. Malin was our best hope.
Was it worth it?
Would you go to Malin again?
Absolutely. It only takes one candle to light a fire, and then the darkness is no more.
And what do you think of Morden?
How has Morden been treating you?
Better than Krogan males do. He's not like a typical Solarian.
No. Organ redundancy results in new period before metaphase. Can't alter that. Damage to telomeres, premature aging.
He does that.
But I sense pain in him too. He told me about his work on the Genophage. I should consider him an enemy. Yet I think seeing my sisters and I changed something in him.
Sorry, but your offspring have an allergy to dairy and...
Well, it wasn't his ear. Thanks for talking to me.
It's my pleasure, Commander. I've only met a few humans in my time. I'm glad for the opportunity.
Awesome. And Morden's son, well, dum-dummed. I always like it when he does that. Okay, let's see if Garrus has anything new.
Shepard, they say female Krogan have a thing for guys with scars.
So I've heard.
I've got a few, myself. Here's hoping nobody's planning an arranged marriage to cement this deal. Though I have to say, I admire Eve. The things she must have endured living with the Genophage. And now, to top it all off, she's her people's last hope. Imagine the pressure. Takes real courage to face that. I hope we can measure up.
Okay. A lot of the regulars are not really getting you engaged in conversation. This is actually a really nice change.
So, Liara, still relying on the Protheans for all the answers?
It will work, Rex. We just need to finish building the Crucible. Although I'd be interested to learn how you found out about it.
Wasn't that hard. Lucky you keep its location more secret than the fact it exists.
And I'm sure you'll do a good job of both, being so famous for your discretion.
My lips are sealed.
Okay, no upgrades. Let's check the terminal. Email from Kahi Sanders to David Anderson. David, you won't get this for a while unless you find an extranet connection working on the Earth. I've made it out to this weapon we're building. The device isn't even halfway complete, and it's almost and it's the most breathtaking, complicated piece of technology I've ever seen. I wish you could see this thing we're creating. Gives me hope. Take care for my sake. Call from that Jack. Hey Sanders, checking in on the kids. Sanders, how are they, Jack? Jack, they're doing good. This is gonna be long. Kind got crap to do. Sanders, I wanted to tell you, I pursued some Alliance friends to part with some biotic amp. You and the children were testing at Gripsum. You can pick it up on the Citadel. Damn, one of those L3X ones. You know, you know how much shit I could tear up with one of those installed. Yeah, I had no idea. Look after yourself. Yeah, and hey, thanks. Call between Kasumi and Professor. Hi, Professor. You know you've been that one-of-a-kind point-to-point comm server you were talking about the other day. Do you have any information on its whereabouts? I've got something better. Check your front door. But this server's locked in at Cerberus facilities. Not anymore. This will be invaluable for the Crucible. Thank you, Miss Goto. You're the brilliant aristocrat, Prof. I'm just the tech expert doing some odd jobs. By the way, you would not believe how many credits Cerberus leaves just lying around open. Awesome. So, Kasumi's causing problems. From Professor Tchar to Dr. Ould, I was calling every supply depot stationed around the Crucible to find enough pure platinum for the Crucible's primary trigger inlay. We barely had enough left to coat a coffee maker. An hour later, a ship pulled up with 16 tons of platinum, courtesy of the Shadow Broker. Then it flew away to scavenge more materials for the project. The ship's captain emailed me later saying the broker would stay in touch with our needs. That's great, but I'm checking my computer for bugs. Her personal journal. What if Javik says true? His people were imperialists who left the rest of the galaxy quaking in terror. And I think he would sacrifice all of us without a thought if it could bring them all back again. I reviewed my old notes today, so they're so childish. Did we romanticize the Prometheans because they dazzled us, dazzled by technology they left behind? Are these really the people I dedicated my life to studying? Or she's having doubts.
A Prothean. A living, breathing Prothean right below me.
He's not what I expected.
Me neither. He was a little cold when I tried to talk. I understand the shock of waking up again. His species gone. But a Prothean, Shepard. There's so much he could tell us.
Okay, that's about it.
Please, enjoy your day.
Why, thank you. So... Oh. No, okay. Couldn't be important. So, where to next? Engineering. Let's see. Anything this side?
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5. That's the math.
You know what the Commander did for us? The colony?
Yes. It was on a little thing called the news.
You think you can fly on this ship, sit next to us at chow time, and then broadcast something like that? That's traitorous.
Hey, it's just an opinion piece. You don't like it? Don't download it.
You're saying we don't need Terra Nova.
Lose 1 colony, save 5.
I agree with that rationale.
Stand down, Yeoman. She's allowed to voice her opinion until I disallow it.
Aye, Commander. But how does she get to say whatever she wants to the whole galaxy and there's no other side?
I'll be clear that the opinion expressed is just my own.
Well, okay. It's not great, but okay.
You know, in the old days, they didn't have automat on cameras. Reporters had to cake on the makeup.
Okay, good to know. So that's that done. So let's head this way.
So, Gabby, have you seen Edie's new body?
Oh, I knew this was coming.
I just mean, it's an amazing work of engineering. Elastic titanium silicon polymers, ultra-light harmonic phased power cells.
Mm-hmm.
And if she ever accidentally walks into a wall, there's just so much padding.
Ugh, I knew it.
Wish I...
You pretty much are.
Where's the chief gone?
Sometimes keeping the grid balanced is pure murder.
Commander?
Perhaps he's gone down here and is having a nap or a sly drink. I doubt it, but, you know, we can check. And he isn't. Weird. That is certainly weird. So, next port of call. Javik.
Why are you so interested in my people, Asari?
Protheans are always an enigma, a mystery to solve. I wanted to know what happened to your civilization. Why did such an enlightened race disappear?
Enlightened?
Well, it seemed that way.
And now that I am here,
I wonder what it's like waking up 50,000 years later to a new galaxy.
I believe this cycle cares too much about what other species think. Krogan, Turian, Solarian, all were primitives in my time. What good does their help do now?
We can't win this war on our own.
Then demand their help. Do not indulge their selfish requests. What will saving one Krogan matter?
If only it were that simple.
If they get in your way, destroy them.
Excuse me?
I apologize. The previous occupant of this room left traces of himself. I have absorbed some of them.
Yes, Grunt. He was a strong one. Maybe it's best if I let you recover.
That would be... Did I mention Solarians used to lick their eyes? How far they have come. The Mordin Solarian asked if he could dissect me. I approved, but only if he could defeat me in combat first. His reply was problematic. Then he left. I do not understand that one.
That's Morden. Okay, so that's this deck. Shuttle Bay. Okay, first things first, let's... Yep. Oh, that's still good. Yeah. Okay, I'm happy with that. You're working over here again.
Commander, I feel terrible about leaving you on Grissom Academy like that.
I did order you to leave.
Yeah, doesn't make me feel any better. I'm just glad it all worked out.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see if I missed anything. No. Nope. Nope. Oh, that I'll have. Casa. Pick these up to add to the collection. Algonor. Yep, still the same. Okay, here's that stuff. Ooh. We get the legs, and here. And there as well. Okay. We'll pump you up one. We'll pump you up one. We'll pump you up one. Pump you up one. Valkyrie. Particle rifle. Indra. Should just... Crusader. That's it. Okay. Fantastic. I think... Oh, she seems happy. Let's have a look at the world outside, shall we? Wow, lots of little boxes going on the left. Exodus cluster, Kite's Nest. You're new. Let's do a scan around this place. Han. Ming. We're gonna get that. Yeah, it's gonna use a lot of fuel. Ooh. What do you reckon? Let's do one.
Signal confirmed.
Prague is a large rock planet with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen argon. Despite lying over 600 AU from Ming, its surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of alumina and deposits of silver. Due to the radiation and heat landing on Prague, some would side with anything less than a warship-grade shielding will likely be fatal. Prague rotates a retrograde to the rest of the Ming system, indicating that it's likely a captured body. So this came in from another system, they reckon. Ah, there you are. Okay, so we got a war asset for that. 50. Okay. No. No. Where's the fuel? Where's the fuel? There's the fuel. I do think this is cheesy, just the way that you can abuse this system like I just did to do that. I mean, really.
Evasion successful.
Why, thank you. But yeah. Should have really worked out a better system for that. How about that?
I found something.
Well, that was a bit of luck. Bavagon is a small rock and ice planet with thin atmosphere and ammonia and methane. The surface is frozen and mainly composed of tin with deposits of potassium. The planet has rudimentary ammonia-based life, mainly concentrated around geothermal vents deep underground. Severe storm cycles are common due to limited visibility. Navigation may be difficult. So, don't vacation there. Where are you? There you are. Pop. Credits. Okay. If we do here. Nope. How about here? Oh, perfect. That helps. And then
Reapers eluded.
You're 100, you're 100, you're 100. You're not. You are. You are. You are. And you are. Okay. Let's check this place out. Try and collect everything we can. Listening post. Listening post X-19 was built shortly after the Rachni Wars, just in case any Rachni survived the annihilation of Suen. The post orbits of the mass relay is still manned and maintained, although today it's largely exists as a customs checkpoint for researchers studying the Rachni homeworld. Along with members of the council, militaries being assigned to the station is seen as a form of punishment or exile, considering that there is no sign of sapient life on Suen for over 1,000 years. Okay. Let's drop over here. Right, if we park ourselves. Yep. No. Okay. Interestingly, don't aggro on that one, but they do here. I wonder if that means... Oh, I think not.
Faster than light jump successful.
Okay, we may have to come back to that. What are you? Have I been there? I think yeah. Yes, I have. That's just where I've been. Getting the Krogon. Krogon? Well, I think that's a sign that I'm going to have to wrap this up soon. But I think my plan is... I wonder... Let's get over here. Let's see. Oh, okay.
Signal confirmed.
Ooh. Fuel. Okay. It's 100%. How come they didn't invade on that? Okay, so we found everything there. Just out of curiosity. I doubt it, but... yeah, just as I thought. Okay. So let's head back here. And we'll tackle the Citadel on the next episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.